What if I told you there's a country where fairy tale castles rise above rolling vineyards, where villages look like they've stepped straight out of a painting, and where every corner hides a story waiting to be discovered? This is France, but not just the France you think you know. Beyond the Eiffel Tower and the bustling streets of Paris lies a land of hidden treasures. Ancient towns frozen in time, dramatic coastlines carved by history, and landscapes so breathtaking they've inspired artists for centuries. Join us on this journey through France's most captivating places. And if you love discovering new destinations as much as we do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an adventure. Stay with us until the end, because we'll reveal a secret spot that even many locals don't know about. France is the most visited country in the world, welcoming over 90 million travelers each year. Beyond Paris, it's home to more than 40,000 castles, from medieval fortresses to fairy tale chateaux. The famous Eiffel Tower almost didn't survive. Built for the 1889 World's Fair, it was meant to be temporary and nearly torn down after 20 years. Today, it stands beside the Louvre, the largest museum on Earth, where seeing every piece of art would take more than 100 days. France has also given the world incredible inventions: cinema, photography, the hot air balloon, and even Braille writing. Its influence spreads far beyond Europe, with French recognized as an official language in 29 countries. Nature adds to the magic too, from Mont Blanc, the highest peak in Western Europe, to stunning coastlines and more than 32,000 villages that look frozen in time. Truly, France is a place where history, beauty, and culture meet in every corner. Carved into the limestone of Provence, the Gorge du Verdon is often called the Grand Canyon of Europe. Standing at the edge, you see turquoise waters winding dramatically between towering cliffs that rise hundreds of meters high. The sunlight dances across the stone walls, revealing shades of grey, white, and even soft pink, while the river below glitters like a ribbon of jewels. Exploring the gorge by day is a feast for the senses. The river's surface reflects the sky, creating an almost unreal shade of blue-green that shifts with every movement of the water. Along the cliffs, eagles and vultures soar gracefully, their shadows gliding across the rocks. Trails lead through pine forests and wildflower fields, giving you the chance to see the canyon from above, where the view seems endless, and from below, where the cliffs tower over you like silent guardians of the valley. What makes the Gorge du Verdon unforgettable is its sheer variety of landscapes packed into one place. One moment, you're walking through serene forests with the sound of birdsong around you. The next, you're standing on a high ridge, gazing into a vast chasm that feels both humbling and awe-inspiring. The gorge is alive with contrasts. Quiet riverside moments, thunderous echoes off the cliffs, soft breezes carrying the scent of lavender, and endless vistas that stretch beyond imagination. It's not just a place to visit, it's a place to experience, where nature reminds you of its beauty and its power. Along the Mediterranean coast between Marseille and Cassis lies a hidden world of wild beauty, Calanques National Park. At first glance, the land appears rugged, with steep white limestone cliffs rising boldly from the sea. But as the sun climbs higher, light reveals the secret treasures tucked within. Narrow inlets of turquoise water, shimmering like liquid glass, framed by towering stone walls. It feels almost like stumbling upon nature's private swimming pools, carved over millennia by wind, waves, and time itself. Walking through the park, by day, is like moving between two worlds. One moment, you're surrounded by dry, rocky paths with hardy pines clinging to the cliffsides. The next, you emerge to a view that takes your breath away. A sheltered cove where the sea glows in every shade of blue. From above, the contrast is striking. White cliffs against emerald green vegetation, plunging straight into water so clear you can see the seabed glittering beneath. It's no wonder these calanques have inspired countless artists and adventurers. Exploring this park feels like stepping into a secret sanctuary, where the land meets the sea in one of the most dramatic ways imaginable. In the heart of southwestern France lies Périgord, a region where time seems to stand still. Rolling hills, dense oak forests, and winding rivers paint a landscape that feels like it belongs in a medieval tale. As you travel through its countryside, you stumble upon ancient stone villages perched on cliffs, their golden houses glowing warmly in the daylight. Every corner reveals a new story, whether it's a crumbling tower hidden by ivy or a bridge stretching gracefully over a quiet stream. Périgord is often called a land of history, and it truly is a living museum under the open sky. This region is home to some of the world's most famous prehistoric sites, like the Lascaux Caves, where ancient people painted vibrant scenes of animals on the rock walls thousands of years ago. Castles rise above the valleys too, watching silently over the Dordogne River as they have for centuries. From the majestic Château de Baynac to the fairy tale-like Château de Castelnau, the region's landscape is dotted with reminders of knights, battles, and forgotten kingdoms. But what makes Périgord unforgettable is its harmony between nature and history. The Dordogne River winds through the land like a silver ribbon, reflecting the soft light of the sun and the shadows of cliffs that rise dramatically on either side. Villages, like La Roque-Gajac, pressed tightly between rock and water, look as if they've grown out of the earth itself. Walking through Périgord during the day feels like stepping into another era, where the past whispers through every stone and the beauty of nature frames it all in perfect balance. Tucked between the Rhine River and the Vosges Mountains, the Alsace villages look like pages from a storybook brought to life. As the morning sun rises, half-timbered houses painted in soft pastels and adorned with flower boxes line narrow cobbled streets. The air is crisp, carrying the scent of vineyards that stretch across rolling hills. Villages like Rickevier, Eguisheim, and Kaisersberg seem frozen in time, their medieval charm preserved with care. Walking through them feels like stepping into a fairy tale where every turn reveals another picturesque scene. The beauty of Alsace lies in its perfect harmony of culture and landscape. Vineyards climb gently up the slopes, and church steeples rise proudly above the rooftops, acting as landmarks in every town. By day, sunlight reflects off the wooden beams and bright shutters of the houses, making the streets glow with warmth. It's easy to see why artists and travelers alike have been enchanted by this region for generations. But beyond the postcard views, the Alsace villages carry layers of history. Once a crossroads between France and Germany, they still show a blend of both cultures in their architecture and traditions. Exploring these villages during the day is more than just sightseeing. It's experiencing a way of life that has endured for centuries, where time slows down and every detail, from a carved wooden balcony to a winding alley, feels like part of a living fairy tale. Rising proudly above the Gardon River, the Pont du Gard is one of the most remarkable legacies left behind by the ancient Romans. Built nearly 2,000 years ago, this massive stone aqueduct once carried water across valleys and hills to supply the city of Nimes. By day, the sunlight reveals the golden limestone blocks, stacked with such precision that the structure still stands strong without the use of mortar. Looking up at its 3 towering tiers of arches, you can't help but marvel at the skill and ambition of the people who built it so long ago. Standing on the riverbanks below, The view is breathtaking. The calm waters of the Gardon mirror the arches, doubling their beauty and creating a picture so perfect it feels almost unreal. The bridge itself seems to belong both to nature and to man, a masterpiece of engineering that blends seamlessly into the rugged landscape of southern France. As you wander across or around it, the sound of flowing water and the warmth of the sun bring the ancient monument to life, reminding you that it once carried the lifeblood of a thriving Roman city. But the Pont du Gard is more than just a relic of the past. It's a bridge across time. While it no longer serves its original purpose, it has become a symbol of endurance and ingenuity. Visitors today can walk where Roman engineers once stood, feeling the same breeze that has swept through the arches for centuries. Surrounded by olive trees, garrigue hills, and the bright Provençal sky, it's easy to imagine the lives that once depended on the aqueduct. In the stillness of the day, the Pont du Gard whispers stories of an empire that has long vanished, yet left behind wonders that continue to inspire awe. In the heart of Provence lies the Luberon, a land where villages cling to hilltops and the countryside bursts with colour. As the morning light spreads across the valleys, golden stone houses and winding cobblestone streets begin to glow, framed by cypress trees and rolling fields. Villages like Gourdes, Menerbes, and Bonnieux look like they've been lifted from a painting, each one crowned with a church tower or castle that has watched over the landscape for centuries. Walking through them by day feels like wandering through a living postcard where every corner tells a story. Trails wind through forests of oak and chestnut, leading to hidden chapels, crumbling stone farmhouses, and viewpoints where the entire valley spreads out beneath you. From the heights of the villages, you can see endless panoramas, patchworks of green, gold, and purple under the wide Provençal sky. But what makes the Luberon unforgettable is its timeless atmosphere. The rhythm of life here is slow, shaped by the land and the changing light. It's a place where history, nature, and beauty merge into one, offering not just scenery, but a feeling, one that lingers long after you've left, like the memory of a dream you don't want to wake from. On the far western edge of France, the Brittany coastline stretches wild and untamed, where land and sea meet in dramatic harmony. By day, sunlight sparkles on the Atlantic, waves crash against granite cliffs, and lighthouses rise proudly above the rugged headlands. The air is fresh and salty, carrying with it the calls of seabirds as they wheel above the rocks. Walking along the coastal paths, you're surrounded by endless horizons, jagged coves, and hidden sandy beaches that appear like treasures waiting to be discovered. The beauty of Brittany lies in its variety. In one place, you'll find the pink granite coast, where giant boulders glow a soft rose color under the sun. In another, long stretches of golden sand curve gently along the shoreline, framed by fishing villages where stone cottages face the sea. The tide rules here, retreating to reveal vast expanses of seabed, and then rushing back to swallow them, reminding visitors of nature's rhythm. Every view seems alive, ever-changing, ever-powerful. But beyond the scenery, the Brittany coast carries a sense of legend and mystery. Old lighthouses weathered by centuries of storms stand like guardians against the sea. Ancient standing stones rise in fields not far from the shore, linking the land to myths older than memory. And as you walk along the cliffs, with the ocean wind in your hair and the endless sea before you, you can't help but feel the magic of this place. A blend of raw beauty, timeless history, and the eternal call of the sea. On France's southwestern coast, where the Atlantic waves crash with endless energy, lies Biarritz, a town that feels both elegant and wild. By day, the golden beaches stretch wide under the sun, while the sea rolls in with powerful waves that have made this place a paradise for surfers. The coastline is dotted with dramatic rock formations, like the famous Rocher de la Vierge, linked to the mainland by a slender bridge and crowned with a statue of the Virgin Mary gazing out to sea. Standing there, with the wind in your face and the waves breaking below, you feel the raw beauty of nature colliding with the grace of history. Biarritz has long been a place of charm and glamour, a seaside retreat for royalty and travelers alike. Its grand villas and Belle Époque buildings rise proudly above the shore, glowing in the sunlight, while the sound of crashing waves fills the air. Walking along the promenades during the day, you move between refined elegance and untamed ocean views. One moment admiring graceful architecture, the next watching seagulls dive into the foaming surf. The Grande Plage, the main beach, is the heartbeat of the town, where sand, sea and sky merge into one dazzling scene. But what makes Biarritz truly unforgettable is its spirit. It's a place where the power of the ocean has shaped not just the coastline, but the character of the town itself. From its rocky cliffs to its golden sands, every view is alive with movement, color, and energy. Exploring Biarritz by day, you feel both the serenity of the sea and its unstoppable force, a perfect balance of elegance and wildness that has drawn people here for centuries and continues to captivate anyone who sets foot on its shores. France is a land where every corner tells a different story, whether it's the golden sands of the Dunes du Pilat, the turquoise waters of the Gorges du Verdon, the fairy tale villages of Alsace, or the wild beauty of Brittany and Biarritz. From ancient Roman aqueducts to medieval castles, from lavender-scented valleys to rugged coastlines, this country is more than a destination. It's an experience that lingers in your heart long after you leave. And yet, what makes France truly magical is not just its landmarks, but the way each place feels alive. Every village, every river, every cliff and vineyard seems to whisper a story, waiting for you to step into it. Travel here is not about rushing from one site to another. It's about pausing, breathing it in and letting yourself be part of the timeless beauty all around you. So whether you dream of wandering ancient streets, standing on windswept cliffs, or exploring hidden valleys, France is ready to welcome you with wonders you'll never forget. If this journey inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for more adventures. Because the world is full of places as magical as France, and we can't wait to share them with you.